You never left. You never turned away. Through every shadow, you stood beside me. I remember nights I could barely pray, when tears were the only words my heart could say. I searched for an answer, I waited for a sign, but you were already with me in the silence of the night. I thought I had to carry every weight alone, but your hand was underneath me when my strength was gone. You did not remove the valley, but you walked me through, and every step I survived was because of you. When I could not see your hand, I still had your heart. When I thought I had lost my way, you were never far. You stood beside me when the storm would not end. You held me together when my heart could not mend. You carried my sorrow, you covered my shame. When everyone left me, you still knew my name. You stood beside me through the fire and rain. You turned every breaking into purpose again. Jesus, my refuge, my shelter, my friend. You stood beside me, and you will to the end. There were doors that closed and dreams that disappeared, but even in the waiting, your presence met me there. You taught me that your goodness is not measured by ease, and sometimes your greatest miracles begin upon our knees. Now I look behind me and finally understand, every road that nearly broke me was still held in your hands. What I called rejection was protection from above, and what felt like abandonment was surrounded by your love. When I could not hear your voice, your promise still remained. When I could not feel your touch, you were healing all my pain. You stood beside me when the storm would not end. You held me together when my heart could not mend. You carried my sorrow, you covered my shame. When everyone left me, You carried my sorrow, you covered my shame. When everyone left me, you still knew my name. You stood beside me through the fire and rain. You turned every breaking into purpose again. Jesus, my refuge, my shelter, my friend. You stood beside me, and you will to the end. You never left, you never turned away. Through every shadow, you stood beside me. I remember nights I could barely pray, when tears were the only words my heart could say. I searched for an answer, I waited for a sign, but you were already with me in the silence of the night. I thought I had to carry every weight alone, but your hand was underneath me when my strength was gone. You did not remove the valley, but you walked me through. And every step I survived was because of